Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Roder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel advice for MMA fights in YouTube. I have been betting MMA and the UFC for 8+ years with consistent results, and that's what you're gonna be getting here. This is a quick intro, and you're gonna be seeing soon the results track I'm referring to, the fights breakdown, and how I'm betting the card. Feel free to leverage my strategy, but take it with a grain of salt, as this is your money on the line. If you like this idea, you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Enjoy the analysis, let me know your thoughts on the comments sections down below, and good luck with your bets. In this video I'll be covering UFC Fight Night 183 or UFC Vegas 14. If you're familiar to my channel, you know how to use this spreadsheet to your best interest, you know what these color codes, all those numbers mean. And if you trust my analysis from previous fights, good luck with your bets. You can skip to the breakdowns. There is a timestamp on the description of the video. If you have never seen this, what I mean by the most consistent and transparent betting strategy, I'm breaking down all my saving and then breaking down all of my results from July this year. So this is how it's adding up to the profit. So it's to 33% profit or 50% more from the starting money or from the starting money of the overall betting money. I'm also separating these in high, medium, and low confidence. If you guys saw in the spreadsheet, there's a yellow one there. The yellow is the medium, the red is the low. So this is adding up to these percentages here. So this is the profit of each group that I said high, medium, or low. All right. And this in here, I'm breaking down in charts to make it a little bit more visible how did I do on each month. And this is in terms of those confidence levels that I just spoke about and what's the profit based on the initial money. Okay, I'll be covering I want you to fight breakdowns. Alex Morono versus Rhys McKee. Guys, this is an interesting fight. You know, it's quite tough to call, to be honest. Morono, he has got the striking, he's got the speed on this matchup. You know, the guy has got very good footwork. You know, he rarely backs up straight. He kind of cuts the angle very well. He's very good timing his opponent in with the jab, with the overhand. You know, he commits to his punches. He's got some power, especially in the first round. What I don't like much about Morono is that it's quite easy to take him down, and he's not the best from his back. You know, I think I heard some places he has a black belt. He doesn't really show. You know, so I think he struggles a little bit from his back. Now McKee, young guy, 25, tall guy. You know, 6'1" or 6'2". Quite long, like I said, and this guy fights like a veteran despite this age. He's calm, cool, collected. You know, he gets inside. He's got, you know, good technique on the feet. You know, he has good timing on his strikes, his jab, his straight. He tries to kick. Unfortunately, he hasn't got the athleticism that I think it takes to be a good striker. You know, he's fairly slow on the feet. Even though in the beginning he starts off well, his speed, you know, starts fading, and then at the end of the first round he looks pretty slow. But I think that this guy is so big and so tough that he likes to get inside, hits the shots, and he goes for double legs, and he can take them, you know. McKee, he's also a very good grappler, you know. He's tricky with the submissions, and he's also very heavy from top. Not very heavy, he's heavy from top. Like I said, either guy has the style to beat the other. Morono has the striking style to beat McKee. McKee has the grappling style to beat Morono, and Morono hasn't got that good takedown defense. Now, if you're gonna, the main factor here is how Morono gonna be evolving until this fight. You know, if he doesn't bring takedown defense, he fights like he always does, which is most likely, to be honest. I think he's gonna lose this fight. But I'm going to be counting that Morono going to be improving at least a little bit, or at least he's going to catch McKee a little more often than not. And even if McKee takes him down, he's not that easy to hold down. This is true for Morono. So I'm going to be picking Morono by decision, but take this with a grain of salt, because I think McKee is a live dog, and I'll be interested in betting McKee if it climbs to plus 200 range. You know, I think there is value on McKee because, like I said, the guy is tough. He moves forward. And he can wrestle. You know, he's not the best wrestler. He can wrestle a little bit, and but on the ground, he's definitely the superior guy. You know, added the fact, I'm gonna repeat that Morono doesn't have that good takedown defense. Okay. Now, in terms of bet, I think Morono by decision is the safest. Also, take a look for McKee by decision, or even McKee by submission, plus 700. You know, he may be able to pull it. Miranda Granger versus Ashley Yoder. tough fight to call. The betting line shows that you know Granger, she looks a little bit more consistent with the pressure. You know, she's a little bit more aggressive. She likes to vary her style. You know, she gets inside to switch stances and whatnot. She's also a good grappler. You know, and the things that she's still an evolving fighter. She still makes some mistakes. Whereas Ashley Yoder, she's a more, you know, seasoned fighter, but she's not that, you know, solid or something. She has got good, you know, well-rounded game, good takedowns. She's always in the fight. She's very tough. You know, she likes to bang. She eats lots of shots, but she doesn't care. She throws back. She kicks. You know, she's always in the fight, basically. You know, and her record shows that. You know, she hasn't got that much of a positive record, but her fights are always close because she's so tough. You know. Now, how do I see this guy's playing out? This fight's playing out, guys. I think Ashley Yoder is gonna be able to outland Granger a little bit. You know, even Granger being a little bit more consistent. I think Yoder is gonna be able to outstrike her a little bit. But I think the main thing is that Yoder is the superior grappler here. Granger has a good grappling, you know, but I think Yoder is a little bit, you know, a step ahead, and I think she is able always to time well her takedown shots and everything, you know. So I think I'm taking Yoder by decision here, but in terms of bet, it's a tough one because Granger, she's young, she's evolving, and they have quite similar styles. So I'm gonna be looking for Yoder in if she climbs up to plus 130 or decision bets on Yoder. Actually, it's a very good one, and also decision bet on Granger because, like I said, these girls both are so tough, and I think could go either way. Hansen versus Corey McKenna. Guys, both of these girls are really young, you know, 21 years old, both very committed to their MMA career, you know. They have very similar skill sets, both, you know, pretty composed on the feet with power on her hands, you know. In terms of grappling, both grapple very well, you know. Hansen, she's like more like you know, a top grappler. You know, I like the weight she puts on the top of the girls, you know, but she scrambles very well. She can go for arm bars, all kind of submissions. So does McKenna, by the way. McKenna, you know, very good grappler herself, tricky with the submissions. Guys, to be honest here, this is a very similar crash of styles, but I think Hansen, she's a step ahead in terms of the striking, because McKenna looks slightly off, you know, she can go a little bit, you know, delayed on her technique. She kind of swings, you know, a little bit when she should throw straight. So this is small kind of details. I think Hansen is a little bit more composed. Plus, what I've seen from Hansen is a superior wrestling style, and I think from the top especially, Hansen is a superior grappler. Now, on top of that, I think Hansen, she's a little bit more calm, you know, and I think can be a difference on this fight because both of these girls are so young. And McKenna, she looked better before the UFC, so it means that she has had jitters when she first fought in the UFC, and I'm not sure she's not going to have it again because she's so young. You know, don't get me wrong, both of these girls are so tough. I'm really, you know, sold on McKenna. I think she's a hot prospect. But I think on this fight, Hansen has the edge. That's why this is wrong here. I'm picking Hansen. I'm gonna be picking her by TKO. And in terms of bet, I'm betting Hansen even at minus 220 or minus 250. I think she's now. You guys know that I don't like to bet too much fighters that are that steep line, but still I think there's value on Hansen. And if you can get Hansen by TKO, let's say the, you know, plus 500 range, or even by decision, I think it's a great bet. Okay, so just to wrap this up, which fighters we covered? Let me add here real quick. Kai Hansen, right? Versus McKenna. Forgot her first name. So I'm gonna be parlaying Hansen. She's at this range here. It's minus 250. Okay. I'm not gonna be parlaying much. I think 1.5% on her is enough because McKenna is very tough, like I said. So the fights that we covered was Morono versus Rhys McKee. I'm not betting either of these guys. I'm interested in McKee, like I said, at plus 200. Here I have plus 230. This fight I've covered before, so I'm betting Murata, I'm betting De Freitas. We also covered We also covered Miranda Granger versus Ashley Yoder. I would like to wait a little bit on Yoder. I'd like to get her at plus money, but my pick is Yoder on this fight. We also covered, yeah, I think that was it. And Hansen versus McKenna. I'm picking and betting McKenna at minus 250. Okay, guys, if you like this video, if you like the content I'm bringing here, my experience, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, considering supporting the channel in the future. And until there, this is Rodder My Bet.